7:59:59. I should log in, right? So I hope you all will support in starting. And at 8:40 means before 8:45, the call is over. So this is the challenge I have taken upon myself. And today we have a good, interesting subject. I told you series number 2 on the animal series. So we're taking the other visual. Lion or tortoise? Who is stronger, the lion or tortoise? Who is stronger? Who would like to try this answer to this question? Lion or tortoise? Who is stronger? We have Krishna, we have Komal. Let us see who is going to get to the root of this. And then we have Uma and Ahmsep. Four ladies who are going to try. Actually, it was lioness. It was lioness, but I made it lion. I don't know why. Who is stronger? Lion, lioness, or tortoise? Krishna.
So, Shivoham, it's
Sure.
a very interesting question. मेरे मन में आया that actually tortoise is said in the Bhagavad Gita, so natural inclination is towards tortoise, being a Siddhapragya example. But I would like to say, sir, every animal, every creature जो भगवान create किया has their unique strengths and weaknesses. For example, though it is the king of the jungle, lion is not the strongest. It's elephant. It is not the fastest. It gets tired very easily. But the plus we see in lion is it's a team player. And tortoise, its breath rate is very less. That is what we have heard. So it lives longer. But who is stronger? Everybody has their unique strengths and weaknesses too, sir.
Yes, you're right. But we have to learn something from somebody, right? So let us learn from the lion or from the tortoise. Today we are learning from two. So you are right in what you are saying.
Lion, sir.
Huh?
I prefer lion because
You prefer
it's
lion.
not having the strength. It is still the jungle, the king of the jungle.
Good. Good answer. Komal. Krishna says lion. Lion. Yes.
Namaste, Shivoham.
Good.
As per me, it is tortoise.
Why?
Because tortoise knows how to go into his shell, because its shell is so hard. Whenever the attack comes or whenever somebody is angry at him or something, it can go into his shell and not react. Lion is RDX and tortoise is RDR.
Areva.
It knows only how to make noise and all, but it simply goes into its shell and is not reacting. So even the shell is so hard that even lion cannot break it.
I don't want to say RDX, RDR, but definitely, yes, that is a good point. Your tail answer is quite interesting. So, Uma Natraj. Uma Natraj? If otherwise, if Uma is not there, Ahmsip. Uma Natraj is back. Yes, Uma.
Yeah, I'm not alone. God is always there with me. Good evening, sir.
Yes, Uma. Bolo.
So this topic is very interesting, and I was immediately, I remembered the WhatsApp video which I saw recently. Always I thought that lion is a powerful animal and it is the king of the forest. But in that WhatsApp video, I saw a lion and a tortoise fighting, and the lion had the tortoise as its prey. And the lion tried and tried to break the shell. It tossed it, turned it, did whatever it could. But the tortoise held its grit and did not come out of the shell at all. And finally, the lion gave up. That is when I realized even a small animal like a tortoise can be so powerful. So if you hold your grit, if you are determined, nothing is impossible. So that is the grit and determination we can learn from the tortoise. And though the lion, whom we consider as the king of the forest, it also can give up. And it has its strengths, but it has its weakness too. And here, the tortoise, though it looks small, it has its grit and tenacity. And we can see that it has taken all its, indriyas inside, and it has controlled itself in spite of whatever problems it faces. It has maintained its stability. So I go for the tortoise now.
Very beautifully explained. Very beautifully explained. And yes, this is something I would like to discuss before the end of the session. While Krishna said the lion is majestic, the lion is very strong, and every animal, but the tortoise has a lot of mention in the Upanishads and the Vedas. And Uma, I hope I don't. I let me give everybody an opportunity. Then I will give you what is the spiritual relevance of this. Thank you, Uma, for your very inspiring answer. Ahem sip.
Shivam, Guruji, and all others on the call. Guruji, I also have seen this story on WhatsApp a few days ago. So I, so I know that how hard the lioness tried, but she couldn't break the shell, and she eventually.
So what is the learning? Uma
gave it.
gave us
The
the story.
learning is,
You also have
yes,
seen the video. What is the learning
yes.
from that video?
The learning is, if we remain inside within us, we don't leave our consciousness, no matter of anything worldly outlet. I mean, it can't disturb us.
Beautiful.
They will eventually leave us. We have to be sthit pragya. We have to remain in consciousness
Beautiful.
all the time.
So that was a very beautiful video. I mean, I saw that video, right? So it's a very beautiful video where let's get to that video. So there's a lion. Actually, they say it's a lioness, right? I'm saying usko bolte lioness. So
Yes.
that lioness catches a tortoise, and the lioness sees that the tortoise's head is out like this. So lioness says, "Today I'm going to have an exotic dinner." तो tortoise को पकड़ती है. She catches the tortoise. Then she tries to hit the top, come out, hit the bottom, turn it. Do is huge, majestic lioness. Huge, solid, powerful, who can eat you and me up in a second. Tried so hard. But the tortoise had what is called upariti. Upariti in the Upanishads is the ability to withdraw. The samsara is like a lion. The samsara is like a lioness. It's beautifully said by Uma and Ahimsip. Uma said the story. Ahimsip went one step further. The moment you go within, no power in this world can disturb you. No power. Fear, worry, stress, anxiety, regret, shame, and guilt. I call these are the toxic poisons of life. Fear, worry, stress, anxiety, regret, shame, and guilt. They can take you into a state of depression and into a state of suicide. But if you are in that state of upariti, so today's discussion is about upariti. Today, if you are in sama, dhamma, upariti, titisha, shraddha, samadhana, shat sampat. And the tortoise teaches us the story that if the lioness comes or the lion comes and tries to even break the shell of the tortoise, it can't. So this is what I want to share with you all. And since we have got this answer, let us now go deeper into Upariti. Let us thank you, Ahimsip and Uma. Chidanand, let us move forward. What are we learning from this? What is the learning in Zoom call? What is the lesson today from the lion? Remember the day before yesterday, we spoke about the story of two birds. Huh? One ki chidiya and sone ke pinjare ki chidiya. Now, do you want to be a pinjare ki chidiya? Maybe sone ka pinjara. But do you want to be a caged bird? Or do you want to open your wings and fly? Just today, they were giving me quotes to approve for Republic Day. When is Republic Day? Tomorrow. What is Republic Day and Independence Day? What is true freedom? True freedom is being a tortoise. True freedom is being one ki chidiya. And I told you we're having two series of sessions. One was the two birds by Rabindranath Tagore, and one was the lioness and the tortoise. Chidanand.
Shivam Guruji.
Sir Shiva.
On the path of spirituality, the strongest is if you emulate the tortoise, you are really the strongest because that's the part of Upurati, as you rightly said, Shat Sampat, and you will be able to achieve your goal. Lion represents samsara. with its strong, bold this thing. But for a spiritual person, it doesn't make sense. So the tortoise and emulating tortoise is the best way when you are in sadhana.
So anything more you like to add? I mean, I know that you read it. So the tortoise seems to be a weak animal. It
Yes,
seems to
and
be, when we were in school, we learned another story, right? What is the story we learned? The third story between of the tortoise.
it was
Remember?
tenacious. It doesn't sleep halfway. The rabbit and
The
the
tortoise and the rabbit, the hare, the tortoise and the hare. We used to,
hare.
we have taught this in school. So the rabbit tell the tortoise, "You want to run against me, you foolish fellow, you tortoise." The tortoise said, "Okay, I will just keep on going." And the rabbit went to sleep for some time. And the rabbit woke up from the sleep. The tortoise had already crossed the finish line.
The slow and steady wins the race. Tortoise is on his path and he knows.
I
It
wish
follows
I wish the school starts teaching also about lioness and tortoise, not just the
tortoise.
rabbit and tortoise,
Yes,
where
yes.
we are made like mad people to run a race and to win the chase and to become an ace and get caught in the maze, and we forget to live with grace. So when are we going to learn to live like a tortoise in its true sense? I hope we all will get there. Thank you,
And
Chidanand. Atmatray.
Shivam, sir.
Sir.
Sir, I think lion is physically stronger than tortoise, but considering spirituality, the tortoise is most powerful.
So what do you learn from the tortoise? Atmatray, what is your learning?
Taming the senses is the lesson I get from the tortoise.
Taming the senses. Why does a tortoise tame the senses?
He can control his limbs when he finds
Controls.
some
What you're saying is
control.
self-control. What you're saying, the tortoise has got the ability to discriminate when to put head out and when to put the head in.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
Atmatra is
Correct, sir.
giving us a new analogy. We have got the ability to discriminate. But if the tortoise had put a head out when the lion was there, then
No, it will be a danger for it.
it would have had the tortoise, the lion would have had a good meal.
Correct, sir.
So we have to learn to discriminate. Thank you. Bala,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
प्रणाम गुरुजी
बोलिए.
हम लोग पहले सत्संग में बहुत जाते मतलब आई यूज्ड टू गो इन सत्संग नाउ आल्सो आई गो वहां पे बहुत इन टॉर्टोइस का मतलब कछुए का बहुत महत्व दिया है मतलब अष्टवक्र गीता में वगैरह गुरुजी और उसमें ऐसे बताया कि व्हेनेवर जब जरूरत हो तभी तुम्हारे सेंसेस तुम्हारे को बाहर निकालना है अदरवाइज बी इन साइलेंस बी इन कॉन्शियसनेस टॉर्टोइज ऑल्सो स्लो एंड स्टेडी मतलब उसकी लाइफ भी ज्यादा रहती है गुरुजी और लायन जैसे हम लोग बार बार एक्शन रिएक्शन रिस्पॉन्ड इतना ये सब कुछ करते रिएक्ट करते तो हमारी लाइफ भी उसकी वजह से कम होता है एंड रियलाइजेशन का पार्ट तो आता ही नहीं है उसमें तो फिर हम लोगों को भी मतलब जैसे टॉर्टोइस का है जब चाहे तब इंद्रियां निकालो जब चाहे और अपने में रहो कॉन्शियस में रहो तो फिर यही मतलब यही समझ में आता है गुरुजी
Actually, this is a very beautiful thing. We human beings, we are not able to be apne mein. We human beings, that's why what we are taught when we are in school? We are taught man is a social animal. Have you ever heard when you were in school? You are made to understand, you are made to become a social animal. Matlab, they have told no peace. The philosophers of this world have told कि शांति को भाड़ में जाओ. मतलब forget about शांति, नहीं चाहिए शांति. No, why like that? Why should you say man is a social animal and man doesn't want to be peaceful and man doesn't want to remain in shanti? So this is a good thing. Bala Krishna, round number 2. Premchand ji. Krishna, hang on. When you're on round 2, we will come back to you. Premchand, Rajendra, Bliko, Arshal.
Guru, tortoise is too much strong. One thing, it gives us the guidance that whatever the pressure outside, it gives us that you can withdraw all your organs inside the shell and be united with the God. In that way, matlab tortoise in every temple, Shiva temple, you will find that a small statue of the tortoise. It guides us that if you want to be enlightened, if you want to be proceed further to that line, you will have to be a tortoise. Pull your all your organs, pleasures inside you.
So good. I never knew that in temples they have tortoise. And it's a new learning for me. But I think God has made many animals to teach us. You know,
It
God,
teaches us.
somebody told me the elephant is such a big animal, huge animal, but it eats only grass.
It does not teach anything.
It's vegetarian. It's
Tortoise teaches
vegetarian.
us long.
So, I mean,
Tortoise teaches us too much. We are on this path.
Yeah, thank you, Premchandji. So Premchandji says the tortoise is teaching us many good things, and I agree with him. And we must learn from each of these creatures. Rajinder, Bliko, Harshal, Ashok Nichani, and Will. Before we come back to Krishna.
Shubham, sir.
Shivoham.
Sir, lion has far more strength than tortoise, like samsara. One more point is there that he's always ready to attack his prey. Like samsara is always ready to attack us when we are not in consciousness. When we lose our consciousness, it is ready to attack us in any way. So here it is saying that tortoise is a symbol of a lot of mental strength, and meaning that we should be in a state of stability and within our intellect वही बोलता है उसको कि कब देखना है कब आना है और संसार को ही नचाना मतलब संसार को ही अपने में रखना है that it will
tortoise हमें क्या सिखाती है राजेंद्र
to be in स्थित प्रज्ञा, to be in stability, to be in serenity.
The word given in the Upanishads is uparati.
Uparati, yes. I have learned here uparati.
Uparati का मतलब ये है कि दुनिया में भाड़ में जाओ दुनिया में जो भी हो रहा है ये ड्रामा ये ट्रॉमा ये कर्मा होने दो ना. When the tortoise is going inside, what are we learning, Rajendra?
Yes. That to be within ourselves, whatever happens outside the world, to be within ourselves.
Somebody in this Zoom call told me their favorite song. I don't know who it was. Somebody told me my favorite song and they made me sing 2 days back. It is Dil ke andar Prabhu ka hai ek dham Chota sa dham. So tortoise जब अंदर जाता है, अंदर कौन है?
अंदर consciousness,
प्रभु है ना,
भगवान. That means you are in the lap of God always.
और क्या चाहिए? और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. So the tortoise has its unique, what you're saying, sthit pragya, all additional things. But the only creature that teaches us to withdraw is the tortoise.
Withdraw the senses, yes.
Withdraw. अभी मेरे सामने अभी ये लोग मेरा फेवरेट लेके आए. क्या मेरे फेवरेट लेके आए? अभी मेरे फेवरेट लेके आए. देखो क्या लिखा है ये. अभी क्या दिखता है? क्या ये?
ऐसे ये
दिखता
है सर.
हाँ, क्या दिखता है ये? तो अभी मेरे सामने एक पूरा प्लेट रखा है और मैं बोल रहा हूँ ये पकौड़ा नहीं खाना है. तो अभी हम इंसान जो है ना, हम टेम्प्ट हो जाते हैं कि खा लो एक पकौड़ा और एक पकौड़ा खा लो और एक पकौड़ा खा लो. तो uparati means withdrawing, not becoming a slave to your greed, not becoming a slave to your lust. We all human beings want pleasure. And I am not telling you pleasure is bad. Have I ever told you pleasure is bad? I never tell you pleasure is bad.
Slavery is bad.
Don't become a slave to your pleasure. That is important. Okay, good. Thank you, Rajendra. Bliko, am I one? Bliko?
Yeah. Shivoham, everybody.
Yes.
Shivoham.
Sure,
so everything is said actually. Nothing to add, but this tortoise is teaching us to the art of withdrawal. So because there is a lion like Sansar is all around us and attacking from all angle at every time, at any time. If you are little bit, not in your what do you call control of your intellect, it can destroy you in seconds, right? No matter how much knowledge you have or how much you know it, uparati, but that uparati goes on toss in 1 second, right? And then you realize after second minute, which is of no use because you can come back, that's fine. But if you don't pay attention, you can finish. You can be
So
finished
beautiful.
in
So,
1 second.
beautiful. So what is your learning? Very beautifully said by Bliko. I don't know whether you all captured what he said. So what is the learning for you?
So learning is that we have to be complete in vigilance and in consciousness and use our intellect all the time and not slip in for a second.
Otherwise,
they're finished. They're done.
Look at this. Look at the beautiful. This is called consciousness. This is Bliko is Bharat living in consciousness. How did Bliko pick up this idea? What he's saying in consciousness, what he learned? Agar humne sar ko nikala, which means if I remove my head out into the samsar and I just put up my head like this, and the lion, who's the lion? This samsar sees me, catches me. One wrong decision can make us go down the slope. And one right decision can enhance our scope. One wrong decision, you'll be down the slope. And one right decision expands your scope, means you can become enlightened. We human beings, that's why the buddhi, I don't think we have the tortoise has a buddhi. In that sense, it's instinctive. But the tortoise teaching us. Once you are in the lion's mouth, then it's over. Then next janam. Don't say tomorrow, my dear friends. There is no tomorrow. It is now. Ashok Nichani. Nichani will Harshal, then Krishna, and then Bala.
Shom Saji.
Yes, Ashok.
Saji, it's like the tortoise with its head out. It will be in its mind state. And God has given it the intelligence and consciousness to recognize that when it has to bring in back.
Beautiful. Beautiful. See, Ashok, I'm putting Ashok's words a little bit more spiritually. Ashok says, the tortoise doesn't have intelligence, but it has instinct and it has consciousness. We can't say it has intelligence, but it has, it's called, in these animals, we call it instinct. But it has consciousness. What is Ashok saying? This tortoise has the consciousness that when the enemy is approaching, what Ashok is teaching us? Ashok is teaching us that when the enemy is approaching, we must immediately go from mind to consciousness. Ashok is telling us when the tortoise, imagine the tortoise is outside and the tortoise is saying, oh, bale, 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 the tortoise is enjoying some music. Huh? Gone, finished. How sometimes we are in one party and some friend is giving us one nice, one boy went and told his friend, come on, you try one of these latest Mexican cigars. A itna mota sa cigar, like a thick. पुराने दिन में क्या शौक होता था? पुराने दिन में सिगार नहीं होता था. पुराने दिन में fashion था pipe. People used to smoke fashion. आजकल नहीं, I don't not seen anybody smoking pipe nowadays. वो pipe गया. Pipe का जमाना, तंबाकू का जमाना गया. In my grandfather's time, he used to talk about the pipe. They put tobacco in the pipe and smoke. But cigar, one cigar in your mouth. I always tell people, they drink beer, they drink whiskey. I tell them, you take beer and whiskey and make a person who has never tasted once before, let them try. They will spit it out. If you drink whiskey or beer for the first time, you will spit it out. It's so kadwa. It's so dirty to taste. Then why do people like it? And now they have this new fashion. You know the new fashion? It's called LIIT, Long Island Iced Tea. उसका मतलब क्या? मीठे आइस टी में अंदर दारू डालो. छुपा छुपा के पियो. You can't drink kadwa, मीठे में kadwa डाल के पियो. So this is a sad thing, but this happens because we have put our head out. The moment you have stuck your head out, somebody caught your head, you become a slave. Somebody captured your head, then you can't put your head back inside. You lose the consciousness. Very beautiful, Ashok. Thank you. Will Harshal. Bala. Krishna. Will Harshal Krishna.
Namaskar, Guru Dev. Thank you for
Yes.
this.
Thank you, Will. Tell me.
This question really might need rephrasing. I think it's not really to do with strength. First of all, tortoises generally tend to be quite stupid. They're not very friendly. They're impossible. But at the same time, lions can also be unfriendly. Generally, the animals which are friendly are the ones which get tamed. Like the lion can be a noble animal. It can be. It depends on the animal. But generally, I think the question is not so much which is stronger, but which one is increasing in kusala karma, in good karma, which one is developing. And this, I think, the animal, like you would have to take this case by case. But I think this comparison is quite useful because in human beings also we ask the same question. Are men stronger than women? Are women stronger than men? It's not really the right question. The question, which is the one that's increasing in strength? It's not so much which is stronger today, but which is the one increasing in strength? This is actually a much more interesting question.
Okay. So Will, I just want to put this question in perspective. Okay, Will? When we are talking of strength, you are immediately thinking of it as physical strength. Now, we are not talking of physical strength, Will. We are talking of strength which is across physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual. Strength is not always
spiritual.
Yeah. So spiritually, or rather as a combination of the four aspects, body, mind, heart, and soul. So what happens is, what we are trying to draw the analogy is that we may be as mighty as a lion. We may be as mighty as a lion. But if we don't know how to withdraw as a tortoise, the tortoise may be silly in some ways, as you must have pulled out some understanding. But what we are trying to learn, Will, two important points I want to bring to your attention, Will. The tortoise is said to have the unique ability to withdraw from samsara. So this is the only animal that can withdraw, because other animals can't withdraw. So we are learning from that aspect from the tortoise.
Yeah, I find it, when I think of animals, I think of, for example, Ramana Maharshi. He had a cow who he said was enlightened. I don't know. But in terms of strength, that cow was stronger than many human beings, apparently, because of the moral strength.
Okay. Also, Will, just to make one point clear, Will, animals don't create karma. I want to just bring this to your knowledge. Animals do not create karma. I don't know whether you are in line with this thought. Animals are only suffering their past karma. They are redeeming. They are redeeming their past karma. Animals do not create karma.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
And that's why I just want to bring to your attention, only a human being, and not even a human being who is mentally retarded. If a human being has got no mental stability, he is also not creating karma. A child of 3 years, 4 years, if it stamps a cockroach, it is not bad karma. The child doesn't know what it's doing.
Yes.
So just to tell you, because that's why God has given animals instincts. And very beautiful. I like it when somebody like Will comes with a contrast statement. It gives great flavor to the call. It gives fantastic flavor to the call. So please feel free to contradict and to bring some contrast statements. Then only the call becomes interesting. Thank you, Will. I hope I communicated to you what I wanted to do. Thank you. And after Will, we have got Harshal, right? Harshal, are you there?
Shivo, yes, am I audible?
Yes, bolo.
First of all, I have to talk on the lion. He is a group animal. He survive or he attack in group. but the tortoise from the birth he is alone, and he knows I have to believe on self. I have to believe on self-estimate, and I have a shell that I have that nobody can attack me, and I have like मतलब खुद पे विश्वास रहता है उसका कि भाई कोई अटैक नहीं कर सकता है, किया तो भी कुछ होगा नहीं मुझे, इसलिए खुद पे बिलीव रहता है उसे. तो I go
Good.
for the tortoise is stronger.
So, like we said, what Will just brought about, or even Krishna brought about in the beginning, we are not trying to compare the physical strength. No, that why do they call the lion the king of the jungle? Why? Because it is supposed to be ferocious. It's supposed no human. Have you seen one video? I don't know how many of you have seen a video when there was a. I think it happened somewhere close to Bangalore, where the lion was there in the zoo, and a man fell into the zoo. It fell into that. And the man, like a fool, started screaming, started shouting in fear in front of the lion. And the lion came close to the man, watching the person. The video was very interesting. Watching that person and watching, and in 3, 4, 5 seconds, he ate him up. Ate him up, completely attacked that person, and he was dead. So, very interesting stories. Thank you, Harshal. We have got Ruth Anu, and then second round, we have Krishna, Bala, Uma in the second round, after Ruth Anu.
Shivoham Guruji.
Yes, Shivoham.
Guruji, I don't know when we go in mind state, but as we come to know, we come in consciousness. But how to not get into the mind state? If any wrong thought comes, how to let it not come? Because if it comes, then we chop it and we get rid of it.
Shut the door. Shut the door. Somebody was telling me, I don't, my time is getting wasted. My time is getting wasted. I said, why? They said, people enter my room and pull a chair and sit down. So I teach people, when you do like that, lock your door. Shut the door. I learned many years back, my door is locked. Nobody can enter my door. I don't allow people to walk in. People allow, see what you spoke just now. You are letting the mind and you are letting the toxic thoughts of the mind enter your door. Keep your door shut. Tell me, how do you keep your door shut? Have I taught you how to keep the door shut? If you keep your door open practically, suppose you don't want your neighbor to come and waste your time, but you keep your door open. Your neighbor comes, "Ha, Rutanu, aaj hum samosa banaya, chalo aapko samosa khilayenge." She comes and sits in your house. 1 hour is gone, 2 hours gone. What can you do? You have to learn to lock your door.
With intellect.
So, so suppose a thought is coming. How do you lock your mind? Now come back to practical. How do you lock your mind?
With meditation.
No. Meditation is a baby step. You meditate, you contemplate, you reach from mind to consciousness. Then you lock the consciousness with intellect. When you lock the consciousness with the intellect, you block the mind. The mind cannot enter because the intellect is in command. The problem is we do not do it. We do not have the courage to block the mind.
But we come to know, Guruji, after 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 3 minutes, we come to know that we were in mind state.
And then what happens? Then you can't come out of it, no?
Then we can come out of it. Stop thinking and come out of it.
That's very good.
But those thoughts, that time we were in mind state.
The problem is not this. The problem is the moment you're in the mind state, then you go from one thought to second thought to third thought to fourth. The whole aura becomes toxic. It's very difficult. Once you're in toxics, you're in NEP. When NEP to shift to PEP is not easy. It needs a very strong character to flip from mind to consciousness, to flip from NEP to PEP. Don't think it's very easy. That's why you must withdraw like the tortoise. When the mind is going to attack you, before the mind can attack you, withdraw. Before the mind enters, lock the door. Lock the door means be in consciousness. Lock, take the intellect, discriminate. See, it's very easy It's very easy for us to be caught in samsara. It's very easy because this samsara promises us pleasure. And pleasure is just momentary. It is not the treasure. The treasure is peace. Where there is pleasure, there is no peace. Where there is peace, there is happiness. Now, if you are used to pleasure, if you have got used to enjoying pleasure, then it's very difficult to get to peace. Pleasure has become your preferred mode of happiness. You will never have eternal bliss. Eternal bliss comes from truth consciousness. Truth consciousness comes from withdrawing like the tortoise, not galloping like the lion. Let's take the lion story. The lion runs, it catches a deer, a gazelle. It runs, it catches the gazelle, it tears it apart, hiran ko phaad ke kha leta hai. Then what happens? In the jungle, what is the law of the jungle? The law of the jungle is survival of the fittest. What does it mean? One stronger animal eats the next animal, who eats the next animal, who eats the next animal, till ultimately the lizard eats the mosquito, the fly. In the ocean, it's like this. The big shark eats the smaller fish, who eat the smaller fish. So these are all instinctive animals. We are not instinctive animals. We are intellectual beings. A shark doesn't know to get nirvana, moksha, mukti, but we have to.
Yes, Guruji.
Krishna, Bala, Uma. Krishna, Bala, Uma.
Yes, sir. Sir, I was very, very sure the answer was tortoise because Bhagavad Gita also mentions tortoise. But abhi learnings, I thought maybe you would say it is the thought rate is less, so it is in consciousness. Lekin abhi bahut zyada learnings ho gaya. And sir, one more thing from tortoise, मुझे लगता है कि it is not that it always withdraws its limbs. It knows when to project also. हमको हमेशा door shut करके नहीं remain कर सकता है ना. He knows to project also. And if a animal which does not have intellect can do like this, why can't we with intellect and consciousness not able to?
Intellectual person which opens the door when Zoom call starts and closes the door when Zoom call finishes. Foolish people, they close the door when Zoom call starts. And then after Zoom call is over, then they open the door.
Yeah.
Then
yes. One more thing, it's not that I understood the answer very well, but lion ka bhi mujhe lagta hai I thought lion is not the strongest animal, but now we are making the comparison with the tortoise. But lion cannot run fast. Lion cannot, it gets tired very easily. Still,
but we are not worrying about the lion.
But मुझे another lesson मिला कि you should not judge with the smaller, the form and the size of a particular thing when it is internally very strong and very in a conscious state.
So Krishna, our job is just to learn what we want. Like you said today, when I started this call, did I know what are we going to get to? I don't know. So somebody from Instagram is asking me before we go on to Bala and Uma, Shubham says, tell me more about the yogi. A yogi is like a tortoise.
Yes. So the
a yogi, Shubham from Instagram is saying, yogi jo yog mein sada hi rahe, Prabhu ke yog mein rahe. A yogi is one who lives in yoga. So in the book, the yogi book is a book which talks of realizations of a yogi. Realizations of a yogi means when you become a yogi, what do you realize? This is what I have put my entire story, all my realizations, my learnings. That book is one of our good books. It's you must be seeing us talking to all the celebrities on that book, the realizations of a yogi. What does a yogi realize? A yogi realizes I am not I. A yogi realizes his world is Maya. A yogi realizes how to be detached. A yogi realizes God is within. a yogi realizes that the ultimate wealth of life is moksha, mukti, nirvana, realization, liberation, unification. In the book, I've covered all aspects. I hope, I believe that book is a beautiful book. It's called Realizations of a Yogi. So Shubham is asking that book. It has got the realization of a yogi, the quest of a yogi, the transformation of a yogi, the metamorphosis of a yogi, the whole journey. I can't tell you everything about the book in 2 minutes, but the book is a beautiful book. It has a lot of my learning in that book. Thank you, Shubham. Bala, Uma, and then we have Manisha Gupta to end. Bala, Uma, and Manisha.
First of all, Guruji, where we will get this book, Guruji?
Everywhere. It's like Hawa.
No. But I think I need this book, Guruji.
Which book? Oh, Realization of Yogi. Google Play,
Yeah.
free download. Mufat mein you can download.
Okay. And Guruji, just now I understood the lesson ki slave, जब हम expect करते हैं, desire रखते हैं, we become the slave of mind. We become slave.
Yes.
We become. और कल का जो हुआ गुरुजी, मुझे ये नहीं समझ में आ रहा है गुरुजी, अभी इंटेलेक्ट मुझे आया, एक थॉट आया दिमाग में, तो फिर मैंने एक्चुअली yesterday I was quiet, दिन भर मतलब full day I was quiet, but the rolling was going on in the mind. How to what we tackle the situation? If I open the mouth, the situation will get worse. If I don't open, my situation will get worse. So
ये बहुत माइंड स्टेट में आप क्यों आप यू डोंट ओपन माउथ, व्हाई शुड योर सिचुएशन गेट वर्स्ट?
नहीं, बट आई अजम दैट ना, मैं अजम करती हूँ ना
आपका ना आपका बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना, आपका माइंड बहुत एक्टिव है. माइंड को शांत करो. Today I wrote a song yesterday. I don't think you all know the song. You know this song? How many of you know this song? If you're happy, 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 clap your hands. If you're happy, 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 clap your hands. If you're happy, 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 then clap, clap, clap. You know this. So what I wrote a song. If you want to be happy, don't expect. If you want to be happy, don't expect. You don't expect, but you just accept. If you want to be happy, just accept. तो ये गाना नया लिखा है. तो you don't keep, when you expect, you become unhappy. और आपका माइंड जो है, माइंड बहुत एक्टिव है. इसको धीरे करो. हाँ, what quickly बोलो. टाइम हो गया. Quick comment of Bala, and then Uma and Manisha. बोलो Bala.
धीरे करने के लिए, एक्टिव नहीं होने के लिए आई यूज इंटेलेक्ट. अभी इंटेलेक्ट कैसे यूज करूं गुरुजी?
इंटेलेक्ट तभी यूज होगा जब माइंड नहीं है.
बट अभी सपोज एक थॉट आया गुरुजी,
मैं बोल रहा हूँ, एक ग्लास है, पानी पूरा भरा है, उसमें हवा कैसे भर रहा है?
I didn't get Guruji.
One glass is full of water.
Yeah.
Now I want to put air in the glass. What to do? How to put air? It's already full of water.
तो उसको आधा करना पड़ेगा ना.
देखो वही तो आपका प्रॉब्लम है. आधा नहीं करो, खाली करो ना.
गुरुजी खाली करने के लिए एक ट्रिक तो बताओ ना गुरुजी, प्लीज.
Come to Zoom call every day.
Guruji, I will attend, but please.
Uma Nataraj, be still, be still, be silent. मैंने आपको लास्ट टाइम बोला, जब भी आप स्टिल है, मुझे सिर्फ का मैसेज भेजो. भेजा आप मुझे मैसेज? फिर मतलब क्या है? मैं आपको बोलता हूँ, आप फॉलो नहीं करते, मतलब क्या है? आई डोंट फॉरगेट. डोंट थिंक आई फॉरगेट. मैंने आपको बोला, जब भी आप साइलेंट है, आप मुझे सिर्फ का मैसेज भेजो. उमा नटराज.
Namaste, Guruji. I'm not alone. God is always with me. The question is related to tomorrow, actually, Republic Day. Like you just mentioned about that. Like, why celebrate Republic Day when we already have Independence Day? Is freedom really free? Rules limiting or liberating? So this is a topic given to me in some other session where I had to talk, and I immediately thought I will get some ideas since you touched upon it. So I just thought whether you can share some ideas on that, because we have freedom. Does freedom mean really we have the liberty?
Where are you talking?
In Speak Up Club session conducted by one of my friends.
And what's the topic?
Does like, are rules limiting or liberating? Like, you have your rules, you have your life. So what is your constitution?
The focus is this. There are two types of rules. One rule which a country or a government will form, which are required for you to be part of society. But more important than social rules are spiritual rules. You talk about spiritual rules. Tell people your spiritual rules are more important. Social rules, actually, you'll only be in social rule. You'll only go to jail. If you break a social law, you will go to jail. But if you break a spiritual law, you will fail. You will fail and you will come again. You will die and come back and die and come back and die and come back. Tell them that you should have spiritual laws, spiritual rules. This is what I can give you. Thank you. Last, Manisha. Manisha Gupta. I'm not sure if you have come before to the call. Manisha Gupta.
Yeah, Hari Om Guruji.
Hari Om. Boliye.
I'm enjoying a lot on the session of yours. I was just wondering when you were talking about moksha.
Yeah.
Everybody is talking about moksha. Why is it so important all the time that we should attain moksha? Isn't it important that wherever we are, we should be happy?
Correct.
Always in a state of happiness and consciousness. Isn't it more important?
You are absolutely right.
एक तलवार से लटका के रखे अपने
No, no.
ऊपर
You are 100% right that our goal is only to be happy and to be peaceful and in consciousness. But unfortunately, every human being who is born, like the Buddha said, samsar dukh hai. And you cannot deny what I'm saying now. Every human being experiences physical pain and suffering of the body, misery of the mind, and agony of the ego. If you are born, you will suffer this triple suffering on earth. Therefore, the ultimate bliss, ultimate happiness comes from...
like you have been teaching so much consciousness. So sometimes I notice consciously, sometimes like when you are angry, but I don't want to, I'm not angry. I know, but this person will not respond properly if I'm not showing him that I'm angry. So consciously, I have to show that I am angry.
Yes.
So if you are in so much of consciousness, so what I feel कि if I एक तलवार लटका दूं अपने ऊपर की मोक्षा
सुनिए
I will not feel the happiness of that moment.
Sorry Manisha, you have got a wrong understanding of moksha. Moksha is a state of eternal bliss. And when you are in consciousness, you don't lose your temper. What you said just now, when you're in consciousness, you don't lose your temper, but you use your temper. Sometimes you may use your temper in consciousness. But you're new to this call, I think. When you come to this call, moksha is not a limiting concept. Moksha is a state of eternal bliss. It is a state of everlasting happiness. Moksha is not a religious concept. आपको कुछ थोड़ा गलत फहमी है. So how did you come to this call? Is it your first day on the call or your second or third day?
No, this is my fourth, fifth call.
Very
I'm
good.
Komal's friend. Komal
Very good.
Quatra's friend. Yeah.
Very good. So please attend a few more calls and ask some more questions. Moksha is not a kind of a limiting jail.
Yeah, I understood. Eternal bliss.
Moksha is a state where you are liberated.
State of.
Let me just close by asking you this question.
Yeah.
Imagine you are free from fear, worry, stress, anxiety, anger, hate, revenge, jealousy. Is it not beautiful?
It is wonderful.
This is what mukti is. It's called mukti. Forget about moksha. Don't talk about moksha from now. Just talk about mukti. Mukti means freedom. I want to be free from all the suffering. I want to be free from all the suffering. Thank you, Manisha, and all of you who have been attentive. I told you we will not take this call beyond 8:50 latest, and with folded hands, I bow down to you.